I have been waiting so long to plant these seedlings. I started them about almost 2 months ago. I bought these tomato plants at the store, but these have been growing and growing, and finally the day has come where I get to plant them in my garden. And I can tell you my plants are ready to move too. As you can see, my garden boxes are empty. So my very first step before I can plant is I have to do a little work and fill it with dirt. And then hopefully Mr. Vasquez will mow the lawn when this is all done. Okay, you guys, I've got all my tools, I've got all my supplies, and I'm ready to fill my garden bins with dirt. So the first tool I have, can anybody tell me what this is? What do you think? If you said a shovel, kiss your brain. You are right. I need a shovel to dig all that dirt and fill it inside my boxes. But if I had to carry the dirt one at a time with this shovel, it would take so long. So luckily, I have this. Does anybody know what this is called? That is a wheelbarrow, and I'm going to use that to move all my dirt. And then, I don't even know what this is called, so if anybody does, I'm going to say it's a pitchfork, but I'm going to use this to mix my dirt around so there's plenty of room for the roots in my plants to grow, and then I'm going to add some special food for the plants. Okay? All right, stay tuned. Now that my bed is filled, I need to add the potting mix. And just like you guys have to eat healthy foods like vegetables or fruits, plants need healthy food too besides just their regular dirt food. So I have special potting mix. So I'm going to add that now. It's pretty heavy, but hopefully my strong muscle will help me. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Look at that. That's quite a lot. Oh. So muddy. Okay, friends. So my dirt is filled in my box. And I have to tell you, I really had to use persistence when I was filling this box because I kind of wanted to quit. My arms were tired and the mud was really heavy. But instead of quitting, I kept going because I knew I wanted to plant these beautiful vegetables. So I'll show you what I've got. Ooh. I have some peas and they're gonna climb up this trellis, and then I also have some cucumbers. And I know that those can climb too if I train them, if I teach them how. So I'm going to try and do that over there on that side. And then I have some Tabasco peppers. Mr. Vasquez loves spicy food. I don't really like it that much, but we can still be friends even though we don't like the same things, right? So, and then my last one is tomatoes. And I'll probably plant tomatoes in my other box because I have some cages for them. But today I want to work on planting these peas. Okay, so I'm going to set the box down here so I have lots of room. Oh, and I forgot, I have one more tool. Let me go get it. All right, does anybody know what this is called? I showed you a big version before, but this is kind of like a little version. Like, you know how we have uppercase letters and lowercase letters? well, this is like a lowercase shovel. It's called a trowel. And I'm gonna use it to dig my holes for my plants. I need to put them in the dirt. That's the very first thing you need when you're planting flowers or vegetables. You need dirt. Does anybody know another thing that you need to help vegetables grow? I'll give you a hint. It's up in the sky, it's really warm, and we're gonna see it a lot during the summertime. Does anybody know what it is? If you guessed the sun, you got it. Seeds need sun, they need dirt, and they need one more thing. They need three things: sun, dirt, and I'll give you a clue for the last one. We just got a ton of it. That's why it was so hard for me to fill this, because it made my dirt all wet. And it falls from the sky. And does anybody know? It makes up lakes and oceans and puddles. If you guessed rain, you got it. So do you think you can list the three things plants need to grow? Dirt, sun, and water. And actually there's a fourth thing that we say. They also need air, because air is what opens up their leaves and they breathe it in just like we do. All right, well, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna dig my first hole, and I wanna put my pea plant right next to my trellis. That's what this thing is called, a trellis. So I'm gonna make a nice hole, and then I have to be very gentle when I take out my pea plant. Ooh, yikes. Now, I didn't buy these from the store. I grew them myself. Oh, look at that beautiful root system it has. So I'm gonna put it in deep and I'm gonna bury it, and then it's gonna drink up all of this water that's in the mud, and then hopefully it's going to climb my trellis. So I'm gonna keep planting these. Look at how nice that looks. Ooh, I'll also give it some water, because when we plant something, its roots really want water, and they stretch and they reach for water. And so I'm gonna give it some extra water so it'll get used to its new home. It's been in my living room for almost 2 months now. So we're just gonna give him a chance to rest, and hopefully he'll be growing big and strong pretty soon. All right, I'm gonna plant the rest of these, and let's see what happens. I wanted to show you guys up close. Look at all those roots. That's what the plants use to drink and get their food. Like we use our mouths, they use their roots. Oh no! So I've read that cucumbers can climb up the trellis, and I actually have a lot of extra cucumbers, so I'm gonna try some on the trellis, and then I'm gonna try some just in a nice row on the ground, and we'll see which one does better. I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna be a scientist, and I'm gonna try and figure out if my cucumbers grow better on the trellis or if they grow better on the ground. All right? Okay, as you can see, I planted my cucumbers. Do you guys want to help me count how many cucumbers there are? Let's see. Oh, you can't see that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cucumber plants in a row, and let's see how many I have that are going to grow up my trellis. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, so I had 5 in a row and 5 grow. I realized I made a mistake, because grown-ups make mistakes too sometimes, and I left out one of my cucumbers. So I had 5 cucumbers and I'm adding 1 more cucumber. So if I had 5, whew, look at those dirty hands. You know what I have to do when I'm done, right? I have to wash them. But anyways, I have 5 cucumbers, and then I added 1 more cucumber. So how many cucumbers do I have now? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cucumbers in a row, and I'll have 5 growing on my trellis. Well, thank you so much for joining me, friends. Planting, if you guys are doing any planting at your house, you can send us a picture. And also below, I'm going to include a fun little activity that you guys can do at home. All you have to do is buy a packet of seeds, have a paper towel and a plastic bag, and a window. So look for that below and send us all the fun things you're doing with your plants. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. I thought you guys might like to see a picture of what my boots look like after I've been digging and working in the mud. Ugh, gross.